Beginning of last year, I had about 1,000 plus, I think about 1,200 followers on Instagram. And then fast forward to this year, I have over 70,000 followers on Instagram. You would agree with me that as a fashion designer or as a fashion business person, social media is one very important tool for our business to help us for sales, visibility, and things like that. And Instagram is one very, very important one. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you how to grow your Instagram page as a fashion designer, what I did that moved me from 1,000 to over 70,000 followers on Instagram as a fashion designer. I was doing strictly fashion things. If it's something you're interested in, you want to know what I did and the steps I took, keep watching this video. Don't go anywhere, and let's get right into the video. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. My name is Lola Oluwashusi, and this is my channel Everything Lola, where I talk about fashion, lifestyle, and everything in between. If you are someone that is into fashion, as in you are into it, you want to stick to my channel because I help like new fashion designers guide their path and bring them into the fashion design industry. And yeah, I post helpful content on fashion. So if that is your area or that is your niche, you want to stick around. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, hit that subscribe button so you can join the family and be with us and watch amazing videos from us. So in this video today, like I said before, I'm going to be telling you how to grow your page, your Instagram page as a fashion designer, how I grew my own Instagram page from 1,000 subscribers to over 70,000 subscribers doing strictly fashion designing things. So let's get right into the video without wasting any time. But before that, I just want to say, if you are into sewing and you're a beginner, you may want to follow my sewing page. I have a sewing page, Lola Oluwashusi. If you scroll down this page, you are going to see my sewing page. You can subscribe and stick around for strictly sewing tutorials. This dress I am wearing is, I think, the tutorial of how to make a cowl neck. I dropped it on my sewing channel, so you can head there for that and so many other nice tutorials. Now, how to grow on Instagram. So I'll just start with a little backstory of mine. I was on 1,000 subscribers for I think over a year, almost 2 years. So you know the way it is with Instagram, where once you get to one place, you just be stuck there. For some people it's 100, for some people it's 200 followers, 300, 400, 500, and as the case may be. For me, it was 1,000. That 1,000 threshold, I was stuck there for years. What am I even saying 1 year? Over 2 years, I was stuck on 1,000 followers. And to me, I felt like I was doing something. So I mean, why wasn't I growing? Now I know when you hear people say you have to be consistent in all these things, in your mind you're like, it's as if it's that easy. Consistency, everybody's saying the same thing, but it's not a lie. So I can tell you that from that time, that's in 2023, from that beginning of 2023 to the end of 2023, where I gained all these followers, something that made it happen was consistency for me. I'm going to talk about all the kinds of content I was creating as a fashion designer that drew attention. But before that, I would like to talk about consistency. So if you're going into anything like that, you want to understand that if you know you are not ready to be consistent, and when I mean consistent, not necessarily posting every day, but posting regularly. You have to post at least 3 to 4 times a week, and it has to be regular. And you have to build like this relationship with people so you can like get actual people watching your videos and enjoying your videos. If you know that, first of all, if you know that you don't have the plan, so you don't have the strength to be consistent, this video is not for you. You don't want to exit the video. But if you know that you actually want to grow and you don't mind throwing in like consistency here and there, then you want to stick around, and we'll talk about, I'm going to tell you how I was consistent. It wasn't easy, I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to tell you. So now let's start from the beginning. I started creating content like since 2020, but then I started creating content consistently in 2023, which is last year. I put up a video where I told you guys that I created content every day for 3 months when I was in fashion school, and I wasn't joking. Every single day for 3 months I created content in fashion school, like even if it wasn't inside fashion school. But when I was, by time in fashion school, I made sure I created content every day, and it was even more difficult because I was doing so many things at the same time, but I was still very consistent. When I started creating content consistently in 2023, I didn't necessarily have a plan or a content calendar and all these fancy things we see now, but I can tell you that if you actually use a content calendar and a plan, it will be easier for you, at least easier than it was for me, because I just had to think of content at the top of my head. Whenever it comes, I just do it. I don't write them down. I didn't write them down. Sometimes I end up forgetting them. So I would advise, the first thing I want to advise is that if you are trying to grow on Instagram specifically, so you know that growing on other platforms are much more easier. I believe that growing on Facebook and TikTok is much more easier than growing on Instagram. At least study has shown that TikTok is easier to grow on TikTok than it is to grow on Instagram, because for TikTok you can just find one trendy sound and to just boom blow you up. But Instagram is not like that, because you can use as many trendy sounds as possible and nothing. You'll be like, this people, do they have two heads? But then again, nothing will be happening for you. So Instagram is a bit more difficult, but consistency is going to take you there, together with quality and valuable content. Before we even start talking about how to grow on Instagram or what you need to do, first thing I would want you to ask yourself is, why am I doing this? That's the first thing that would help you to know your next step. Why am I doing this? Why do I want to grow on Instagram? Do I want to grow for personal reasons? Do I want to grow for my brand? I know as a fashion designer you have eyes for my brand, but you really want to sit down and ask yourself why, because there are two kinds of reasons why you would want to do that. So it could be for your business or for yourself, and it could either be for your business or for your business and yourself. So it could be that in the future you want to be an influencer, or in the future you just want your brand to be big. You need to know the reason why. Is it for you and your brand, or is it just for your brand? So you can know the kinds of content that you create and be in line with that. Let me tell you what kind of content you can create as a fashion designer that would make you grow on Instagram. So you should be jotting down. There are different kinds of content. So the kind of content I explored since I was in fashion school, I've said it in one of my videos before, that fashion school is the best place to create content as a fashion designer. Not everybody's not in fashion school right now, but I'm just saying, if you know you're in fashion school, don't waste the opportunity. That's like content creation on a platter of gold, because you don't get to think of content. You can do content with your assignments, you can do content in class, you can do content with your classwork, you can do content with your clothes, you can do content to your way to school, you can do content to your market run for assignments. There are so many endless content ideas when you're in fashion school. But now let's talk about when you're not in fashion school. So the kind of content you want to create as a fashion designer. I usually hold like content creation classes online for people, personalized classes and things like that. And there's something I usually tell them. You want to know the different kinds of content, the different types or the different categories of content you can create as a fashion designer. So now, different categories of content you can create as a fashion designer. You have valuable content, you have shareable content, and then you have your you content. Those are like the three major types of content you can create as a fashion designer that would help you grow. Now let's start with the you content. Now the you content is every content or any content that has to do with you, that has to do with showing your face, that has to do with your personal life in relationship with your business. So let me give a practical example of what kind of content that is. A get ready with me content with a dress you made is a you content. Get ready with me content, you know the way normal get ready with me videos are, where you take a dress and you're dressing either for church or whatever you want to do. That's one content I know I did consistently when I was in fashion school, consistently when I was on my consistent 3-month consistent journey. And before I started that 3-month consistency journey for Instagram, I think I was on 2,000 subscribers, and by the time I was leaving that 3-month threshold, I was already on 20-something thousand. So that's over 19,000 followers, or sorry, about 18,000 followers I built in the space of 3 months. So get ready with me content are really good. But now the difference between your get ready with me content as a fashion designer and other people's get ready with me content is that you are doing a get ready with me content with the outfits you made, and then you are telling them, you are letting them know that you made that outfit. Because I want to believe that if you are creating content as a fashion designer, one of the major reasons why you are doing that is because you want to get like more clients, or it's because you want your business to reach far and wide. So you're not creating the content for your personal benefit or just for fun. So when you are making your videos, make sure you hit those points you want people to know. So if you're doing the get ready with me content, which falls under a you content, you want to tell people that you made that dress. You want to show them how they can style that dress. You want to put your face in that content, because most of the time when people want to buy, especially if they're buying from online, they want to see the face behind that brand. So your content is just like registering your face, that I am the face behind this brand. You're showing them your face. So it can be get ready with me content, it can be follow me to the market content. So market vlogs is another kind of content that really does so good on Instagram for designers, but just make it interesting. So that's also a you content, because as you're doing your market vlog, once in a while you can show them your face. It's like a raw content showing them how you do your market run. Another you content is content that involves you going to events as a fashion designer, wearing your designs. You always want to take note of that point, because I know we are seeing your personal life, but why are we seeing your personal life? Because we want to know you are the fashion designer. I don't know if you get what I mean. So make sure you're wearing your clothes, you're showing us actively your signage and things like that when you're creating this kind of content. So market vlog, event content, and get ready with me content, they're content that fall under the you content. So let's talk about the shareable content. Now, for shareable content, you want to share content that are shareable, just like the name states. If you are a designer or as a person, you want to sit down and think, okay, what are the kind of content that I would see on Instagram that I would want to share with somebody else? Those are the kind of things you should ask yourself. That would kind of help you to know the kind of content that are shareable. So point blank, the kind of content that are shareable are usually entertaining content, fun content, quotes, things that you know that would draw people's attention. Not necessarily have to be very serious. So I'm not saying you should not be a comedian because you're a fashion designer, but you want to drop some funny tips, you want to drop some entertaining things about fashion, but in the process, make sure you are showing your outfit, or make sure you are showing what you do in that content. Now, the next one is the valuable content. So valuable content, just like the name states, are very valuable. Valuable content are content that people find very important or find like very helpful. Yeah, that's the word. Very, very helpful. So content like tips and fashion tips and tricks, what to do for this, what not to do for this, how to take care of your this, how not to take care of your this, how to pair a jean. Maybe you're the kind of person that you make corsets, you make jean corsets. You can tell them this is how you wash a jean corset. It's not the way you wash normal corset. People want to know, I want to buy jean corset too. I need to save. I need to share. So now the difference now is that shareable content are content that people will definitely want to share. CEO, entertaining content are CEO, but valuable content are the ones that people would want to save. And these two factors, shareable and savable, that's valuable and shareable content, these two factors, these two contents are the one that actually increases your chance at going viral, or like Instagram recommending your videos. So I want you to understand. So I have like fashion content classes, like I said before, and I always tell them that I want you to understand that the most important part on Instagram, you see that like button, comment button, share button, and save button. The most important ones are the way it is arranged. Take it back like that: saving, sharing, commenting, and liking. In fact, liking is like the least important on Instagram, because when people continuously save and share your videos, Instagram feels like, oh, these videos are very, very helpful to people, so they continue to give that videos to other people to watch. That's what sharing and saving does. And what will help you is valuable and shareable content. So I've talked about the you content, I've talked about the valuable content, and I've talked about the shareable content. So I'm going to give you practical examples I use now under this content. So like I said, for the first time, for you content, over the 1 year that I was creating content consistently, for under you content, I created content like follow me to the market. I show them like other things I do in the market. When I go, I show them fabric shopping. I tell them where I'm going, what I'm using the fabrics to do, and things like that. Under you content, I do get ready with me videos where I'm showing my face. I do content where I'm going to events. If you go to my page, you'll see content where I went for Tom's event. I've gone for several fashion events. I just try to make sure it is within the fashion space, so as not to like take away, or so I will not confuse Instagram. Instagram will know the kind of people they are bringing to me. Now, for under valuable content, I try to give tips and tricks for other fashion designers. So now the thing you may be asking yourself, or the thing you may be saying is, well, if I'm giving tips and tricks to other fashion designers, it's not fashion designers that will be following me. So how do I get clients? The thing you want to understand now is that you may not just get your clients in one day like magic. But if I share content and you save and you're a fashion designer, there's 80% chance that that content you have saved, Instagram would now refer the content to your own followers, and your own followers may not all be tailors or fashion designers. I hope you understand what I mean. So if I'm sharing a content and you are saving it, there's a high chance that that video you have saved will be recommended to your own followers, because for you to like it, it means your followers may also like it, because if they are following you, it means they like what you like, or they like what you post. I don't know if you get what I mean. So that one helped me a lot, like sharing content, sharing tips, how to use your machine, how to thread your machine, how to do this. For like clients, I do how to style this outfit. If I make a dress, how to style it, how to wash it, how to clean it, what and what not to do. Those are like valuable content. So for shareable content, I'm not a very, very funny person online, but I try to give like light content that are entertaining, that people would want to share. I ask questions. So content like there was one I did that I was sewing, and I asked, what kind of designer are you? What kind of designer is your designer? And people were answering. I just did different videos, like people that listen to messages, people that dance, different videos, and that video actually got a lot of audience, and people share that content a lot because they want to show their friends and which one are you and things like that. That is it for the three. You have your you content, you have your valuable content, and your shareable content. But there's something I want to say. Make sure at the end of any kind of content you are creating, you want to let them know, you want to give like an action point to that content, like what they are supposed to do. So you don't necessarily have to say like, follow and share and all those kind of things, but you want to drop something that would make people engage with that content. So for me, what worked for me was when I'm styling my dress, I already know what I want to wear, I already know what I want to style, but I'm styling one top, I'm styling it in 4 different ways, and I'm asking them, which one would you wear? Even if it's one person that answers this thing, another day 2 people will answer, another day before you know it's growing like that. So you want to ask questions, you want to let them know. So if you are since you are doing it for your business, if you're wearing a dress for Sunday, you're doing a get ready with me, you're telling them this is the dress, which one do you prefer? Maybe you're styling 2 different dresses or 2 colors of the same dresses you're selling, and you're telling them, should I wear red or should I wear black? And at the end of the video, you're saying, if you want something exactly like this, slide into my DM at an affordable rate, or slide into, or click the link on my bio, whatever you want to tell them. You have to give them an action call, what they're going to do next. Let them not just watch, laugh, admire, and go. You want to get clients from that video or from that content you are trying to create or you are creating. So this video, I just use it to like touch the surface of what I did, things I did, and like the light things you can do to grow on Instagram. I'm going to do like more detailed videos because there's so much more. Like I said before, I host classes. If you're interested in my fashion content classes, you can let me know. They are very, very affordable. But yeah, I host classes, and I'm going to do like a series of other videos, like how to create your content calendar for Instagram and so much more. And if you have questions from this one, I know the video was not very, very detailed as you may have wanted it to be, but if you have questions, you can let me know. It will help me to be able to create a better and more detailed video. But in the meantime, let me know if this video was helpful. If this video was helpful, don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up, drop a lovely comment, and subscribe. See you in my next video. Until then, keep winning.